Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing an update video on my Aquaclear 70. I put this on my 40-gallon Angel tank. As you can see, it looks a lot different, or not so different than before, but it looks different. Did a little bit of a rescape. Just moved the driftwood a little bit, opened up this area for more plants. Took out the tetras, moved them into the fish tank TV, however you want to say. These plants not doing so great, and that's completely my fault. I wasn't taking care of the water. That was just me neglecting. Sorry, you can see the glare. But that plant in the back, that's crypt. This is Ovasis. This is not crypt, sorry. Apongeton Ovasis. This one, Apongeton longa plumelosus, something like that. Red sword, red flame sword, Amazon sword, just some dwarf sage. You know, that's what I bought from Jacob's Aquarium. Go look at the video on that one. So like his plants, they're doing great, a lot better than I thought they would be doing. And I do plan to buy more, but the issues with this tank is completely my fault. But the crypt, doing fine. I'm gonna fill this up. Don't know with what yet. Still want to go with the jungle look, but this is just me trying something new. But let's get to the main point of the video, and that is the Aquaclear. So I bought this a couple months ago. It should be my latest video, if not the second to last. And it was on this tank. This is just the lid. And I'm going to talk to you about how I run this. So let's just put this down. You can look at the tank. Oh, we'll just throw this. There we go. So, I had carbon running in here for a bit, but I realized the carbon was taking out some of the nutrients for my plants. And I had it in there just to make the water a little bit clearer, but then I felt a little bit more confident, so I took the carbon out. So this is BioBalls. I always keep BioBalls. It's mixed with the Biomax that comes with this filter, because the Biomax is pretty good. One thing I don't like is that it can get a little clogged, but I added some BioBalls, you know, just for a little bit extra. And I don't believe you can see, but I added another sponge. So I have the sponge that's in there that comes with it, and another sponge. And then I added a little bit more BioBalls. Now I run it like this because the sponge obviously cleans the water and it lets beneficial bacteria grow. And then it comes through this net, which is all the actual like bacterial growth for the filter. And it's for more, you know, bacteria growth. And I don't believe you can have too much, because no, it might not grow all in it, but just because you have the extra space, it will help. Let's say you want to add more fish, you have a lot of beneficial bacteria, I don't think it'll be a problem. But so far, it's done really well. I really like how you can control the flow. So like if I'm working on the tank, I'll turn down the flow, and you can obviously see it slows down, and then you can just push it back. And it's doing really well for me. I did really like how it's made like a canister, so we pull this out, which I probably won't be able to do, so I'm going to leave that in there. And having it on the side of my tank other than the back, because I have no space in the back, I can see it from the side, and I just get a flashlight if I need to look at it, you know, just to make sure it's not dripping or anything. So that's good for me, but I have not had any problems with it. It's built really sturdy. It can hold all the water that it takes. I'm very, very impressed with how well this is doing. And sorry, I'm moving a lot. And this is a great filter. I do know that when it needs to be clean, right here, well, water will come out. And all you have to do is go get your sponges, squeeze them out, maybe in a bucket. I might use this bucket down here. But that's all you have to do. And then it's good again. It runs really fast, as you can see. It's a little bit dirty because I was moving around the stuff, but I guarantee you in just like a few seconds, if I don't touch it, by the end of the video it'll be clear already. But you could see it moves the surface area tension, gives it a lot of movement, which I made a video on. Again, it's about oxygen. Movement in the water column, especially right on top, allows for gas exchange. And that's what I really wanted. That's why I had 2 filters running before, and I only wanted one this time, and I knew I could trust this one. Now, I do have some dead plants on there, you know, but I'll get rid of those at some point. I just don't really care. It doesn't stop the flow or anything. And, but it's really strong. I do notice a whirlpool effect. I'm not too worried about it. You know, I have angelfish in here. They come from running water, so they're strong enough to handle it. This is my new guy. Love him. But they're strong enough to handle it. And overall, I'm beyond satisfied with this filter. Like, I did not expect it to be this well. I know they're notorious in the fish tank community for both fresh and salt water. And I would totally buy another one. One downside is that they're a little on the pricier side, but they're doing great. Like, I don't think I'll have to buy one for a long time. I've only cleaned this once, and I've got it probably last year. It's April. I probably got it last year. And it's just, I can't say, like, I can't say it enough. It's a wonderful filter. Like, they'd say the water was just a little bit lower, this would be crashing down like crazy. And I know that let's say you didn't want to change your filter media, because I always like to add more, you'd be completely fine. Like, that's one thing about the price point. Like, it probably is because it comes with a lot of stuff in it. And I don't know if I said, but it's built like a canister filter. I think I did say that. So what happens is, I'll show you from the side. The water first comes down at the bottom of the filter, then goes up. So there's no water that misses any of this material. So, you know, it goes through the sponges. Now, like I said, I have 2 sponges. I wish I could show you from the side, but you just can't see. And then it goes through this beneficial bacteria material, and I keep moving it around. It's making the water dirty, I know, but it's doing great. Like, I'm completely amazed. I did a water change the other day, and like I said, I changed the escape, so there was a lot of detritus built up. Give me a second. There's a lot of detritus built up right in this area, right where the driftwood used to be. And Angel's in the way. But right where the driftwood used to be, there's a lot of detritus, because in the driftwood there's a little hole on the other side, and so a lot of water gets in there and a lot of the dirt gets in there. But so, you know, a lot of dirt and like poop was going all over the water, and you know, I was just changing the escape. I knew it was gonna happen. I already did, so I just let it happen. And then once I let it settle down, I did another water change just to take out all the detritus, because you want to get out as much as you can. Maybe I'll do a video on how to do that, but we'll see. And the filter cleaned it up like within like just a couple minutes. Like, I finished I topped it off, I filled it back up with water, and it was already good by then. And look at my little guy, my Siamese algae eater. But like, it was clear, like clear as daylight. Now, I do get some algae in the front because I have a window here, but I try to keep it as clean as possible. And it, like, when I clean it off, because I like to wait a little bit, I get to see how clear the water actually gets, and it's pretty ridiculous how clean it gets. Like, it amazes me each time, even though I've had this filter for, you know, a couple months now. It just like astounds me. It's just ridiculous how great this filter is. I have so many good things to say. You know, like I said, I have a fluval light, and so Aquaclear is owned by Fluval, and you know, one thing I do have to say is that they are energy savers, especially the light because it's LED, and you know, so is the filter. You know, the filter doesn't use a lot of energy, and it's working really hard, and that's really a good thing for me, because not only does it make things cheaper on me, but it makes things easier. Now, I don't have to clean it a lot. I probably would prefer this over the canister filter that I had before, the Marine Land, but I do think the Marine Land cleaned just a little bit better, you know, being a canister filter. But I think I had like a defective one or something. There was something wrong with it. But I wish it did have a little bit more flow too. That was one thing. And that was a big reason I got this one. I really wanted a lot of flow. I wanted it to take over the 2 filters I had in here, because I want to be able to add fish, and I want like not to worry about it. I know having plants helps a lot. And so, you know, I don't really have to worry about, you know, the filter much, but I do like to have clean water. And you know, there's never too much filtration, honestly. Let's say having one of these, this is a 400 gallon per hour. If I had 2 of these on here, this being a 40 gallon, it'd be 800 gallons per hour, and I really don't think that's necessary. Cycling the tank at least 4 or 5 times, which for this one would be probably 200 gallons per hour, would be enough. But I wanted a full 10 so that, you know, I wouldn't have to worry. You know, just spend the extra buck and it'll last you a long time. Because if I upgrade this to maybe like a 60 gallon, I can still use the same filter. You know, like, it's gonna last me. So I'm really happy with this filter. There's not enough good things to say about it. Like, it's a simple filter. You put in what you want in it, turn it on, you choose how fast it goes, choose how slow it goes, and it's super amazingly easy to clean, and is great for a planted tank because it clears the water like crazy. And I could run the whole thing with just sponge, you know, like keep it, like take out all the biomax and the biovols, and it'd still probably be fine, you know. I wouldn't even worry about it. But I keep it in there to be safe, you know, just to have the extra careful. But you know, it's a great filter. If you want it, I would say buy it for sure. Like, if you have the money for it, it is a little bit more expensive. But if you don't want to have to be cleaning your filter every week, or you don't want to have to worry about it, I would say buy it. You know, there's other versions. There's 50 gallons, there's 20 gallons. They all do perfectly fine. They're all the same, just different sizes. So that's just my quick video on it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and hope you guys subscribe and like the video. I'll see you guys later.